to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I'm doing reviews of the books that I finished. So I am up to book number 55. This one is a reread for me. Yes, I never reread books, but this one is a must to reread. So I am having some financial difficulties, and I remembered that I used to follow a author, and I had a gift given to me in 2012. My husband gave me this book, and we were following along, and so it's time to revisit him. And the book that I'm talking about is Dave Ramsey, The Total Money Makeover. I kind of misplaced this book. Yeah. So anyway, so I used my audio credit. So I listened to his book over again by audio. And I said to my husband, do you remember that book that you gave me in 2012? And he's like, yeah, it's in this cabinet. So I went to the cabinet and it was not there. So he's like, you must have moved it. So I'm like, where the hell did I move it to? So I looked in all my shelves. I looked in my TBR. I looked everywhere. And in the middle of the night, I finally found it and remembered where I put it. It was on my favorite shelf. I remember doing a video a while back about books that I like to reread because I don't really reread books. So this is the second book that I've read in my whole entire life. So this is a nonfiction book. It's about getting your money to go where you want it to go instead of going in and going out. We're living paycheck to paycheck again. So we had baby step 1 done. It was, baby step 1 is to get $1,000 into your emergency fund. I have an emergency fund. However, my emergency fund just went under $1,000 because we had to borrow from it to pay some bills, and now I am going back to step 1, which is try to get $1,000 back into my emergency account and then start working on my debt rolling process. So this book is 5 stars. It did help us a while, but now I am struggling again. So I'm going to start from step 1 again. I listened to this on audio. It took me 2 days. It's only a 3-hour. It's a very short book. It was a 3.5-hour audio book, and I listened to it all day yesterday and some today. So I finished it. Yeah, 5 stars. I highly recommend it if anybody's struggling with debt. So as I said, the first step is to get your emergency fund to $1,000, which I am working on right now for the month of August. That's what I'm doing. And then he suggests that you use cash for everything and stop using your credit or debit card. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the month of August, trying my hardest to get to this system again. So yeah, 5 stars. If you haven't read this one, this is a life-changing book. This is the second time I've read it. I read it in 2012, and now I'm again reading it in 2015. So yeah, 5 stars. I own it. This is going on my favorite shelf so I could find it. I misplace books a lot. So yeah. So this is 5 stars again, and I hope, and also I am going on a book buying ban because unless I have my cash from the ATM, I am not buying any books unless I'm at a library sale or whatever. So really cheap books. So this is what I have to do for the month of August. Yeah, it's getting outrageous. So anyway, I will add more books if I complete anything else for the month of August. Hi, I finished book number 56. So 56 was The Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips. This book is an adult thriller. It had me engrossed from the page 1 all the way to the end. I really enjoyed it. It's about a family, a mom who takes her son to the zoo, and she goes there frequently as an outing. Like she goes to the park one day, then she goes to the zoo one day, then she goes to the park one day. And this one day that she's there, she stays till the zoo is closing, and they are about to leave the zoo because the zoo is closing, and she gets to the exit, and she has to turn around and go back into the zoo, and she is trapped. So the whole thing is very suspenseful. It kept me reading. It took me 3 days to read this. I didn't want to put it down. I read very slowly. I'm sure people can read this in one sitting. I really enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. And I hope other people pick it up. I don't want to tell you anymore. So yeah, so very great read, adult, and I really enjoyed the prospect of her trying to save her son and keep him safe. So I will put more videos of more books that I finish. Hopefully I'll finish something else soon, and I will add it to the end of this video.
Hi. Welcome back to my mom's channel, Mom2Triplets04. Today I'm going to be doing my first review of a series that I read, Shatter Me. And I thought it was really good, so I recommend it to you. And so, let's get on with it. So, Shatter Me is the first book. And I really enjoyed it, as I said before. And so, Shatter Me is about a girl named Juliet, and she's a teenager, 15, 16, or 17, I believe. And she's been taken away from her parents, and this is because she has a lethal or fatal touch. And so whenever she touches someone, they can die, they can have bruises, burns, and it's just like really terrible, and she gets power from this. And she doesn't know why she has this power, and she can't control it. And so she's been taken away from her parents and her family because something happened in the beginning, which it says in the book. And she's taken away, put into this jail cell, a prison, basically, away, like far away from her parents, because her parents brought her in. And so she also lives in a reestablishment, which has a leader or like a president who overthrows the whole entire population that lives there, the community. And so he wants to use her as a weapon, and she doesn't want to be used as a weapon. And so the book explains why she has to escape, and a person goes in her cell and he lives there, and she hasn't seen anyone in like a year, the beginning of the book. And so she's really confused, and in the book she's trying to get away. And in the second book, it's their journey, trying to escape the reestablishment and trying to bring it down because they're overthrowing the whole entire population, as I said before. And so it was a really good book. And sorry if my review was really confusing, but I didn't want to give that much spoilers. So I hope you give this book a try. And it was a really good book, so goodbye, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like this video, please. Goodbye. I switched the background, but my mom wants me to tell you guys that I finished it in like a day or 2 days. And it was really good, and I gave it 4.5 stars. And I read it in 2 days? Oh, I read the second book in a day. Like 6 hours. But it was like, I read fast, but it was really good, so I hope you guys read it.